people have the exact same identical skills. They're from all different nationalities and they're here in America. Put the Asian person against or versus the white person, white American. Put the African American against the European American. Put the Mexican American against the European American. Also, put the African American, not the black American who was born here in America, but the actual Afro-American. Some of them come from Egypt. They're coming from all over the place in Africa. Put these individuals, given the same skills, against the European American who was actually born here in America. Now, after we create this particular test, keeping in mind that the test needs to be 100% equal, they have to have been receiving the same knowledge. They have to be tested in all different economic levels. Tell us exactly who's really receiving these particular positions when we go into the workplace. Now, let's do the same situation with people who have physical disabilities. After we get past the physical disabilities, let's do the same thing with people that have mental disabilities. And you know what? Never mind all of that stuff. After we make it past that, let's see the same thing if you add long hair, bad teeth, or even obesity. After we finish all of this, let's challenge the ethnocentric with Europeans that are first generation in America. Let's see the different test levels. Let's see the different capabilities. You see, this thought process is nothing new. The great men of the 20th centuries have challenged this as an argument over and over again. But why is it still needed to be talked about? What are our real issues in this particular situation, in these particular situations? Now, after discussing these issues, I want to assert a generation. This is a generation to come. This is something that I've discovered. It's called integration transition, or IT. This particular generation is calculated in every way, shape, or form, and more, with comparison to the baby boomers, the Generation X, Generation Y, and the new Millennium generation. In our first example, we're going to see integrated transition. We're going to see our challenge from integration to what we consider actual equality, wherever it lies, wherever the actual equality lies, we have to see what that commonality is. We're going to see calculation. This particular calculation that we're going by right now is really simplistic. It's a real simplistic equation. X plus minus times or divided by y equals IT, or integrated transition. We're going to see physical technology, biotechnology, and we're going to see time capsule. These 5 topics are 100% necessary. This diagram is 100% important. I want you to see these things for what they really are. Now, if you compare our titles to a pyramid, you can see where the ceiling was, just above level 3. So can you tell me, with this list, this title, what it's going to be most difficult to make it to, and why? With information technology, is there any reason why this progression can't happen much faster? Which portion is to actually be the greatest portion of our economy? Which one's really going to create the economy? And how long is it going to take for us to get to that particular point? The economy that we're looking for. Where are we going to go with this technology? How far can we actually continue? What's at the top two levels? I don't know if you can remember, but it's actually the generation itself. Integrated transition. Find them number one, the top of the list, when I use this entire theoretical viewpoint. Just below them at number two is the actual change happening at higher levels. The executive branches of the companies, the higher positions, people who are doctors, judges, people that are involved in government agencies. Now, if I tell you that your portion of the communities, if I tell you that your individuality, separate from race, doesn't make a difference in this particular issue, and that if your race is considered a lower percent, you probably have a lower percent of individuals in these higher portions of the government, what are you going to say to me?